I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out. And
He's steaming mad.
he is out.
Swung, fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's followed a run. It's followed a run. He's going to score. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! Van Tippen has won the ball game. Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.
Yo, what's up? Welcome in to the Total Chad Sports Podcast. We're at number 66 on the list. We appreciate being in here every single week. We try to do Monday and Wednesdays, but obviously we're only one time this week. Got a lot going on. Got a good schedule going on with work. So trying to get through that right now. And might be on Friday night. Might going to try to pull one off on Friday. But if not, I'm going to end up going to a game that night. I believe I'm going to go to Randolph and Pisgah. These are two matchups that I've not seen a single game. Not been able to like really go and see a game. Tomorrow I'm working a game. Mae Jemison's taking on Sparkman for their homecoming. So they try to do a bonfire tonight, so we'll see how that goes. But that did not go well. They had to cancel that thing because it was going to rain and the storm and everything like that. So let's see if the game happens tomorrow because it's supposed to rain. But looking forward to that. Some high school football here locally. So if I don't do a stream on Friday, I'm definitely going to try to do one early on Saturday. Or if not, we're just going to go back to the regular schedule next week of having two a week, Monday and Wednesdays. But I'm just glad to be able to get one in tonight. I know I was only able to get one in last week. Just scheduling and everything like that's just been crazy. But I appreciate you being here, constantly supporting the stream. Erin's in here, and my mother, she always supports the stream. John Lowry, Big John, Steele, we already know who that is, aka Steele. Great to see you in here. But yeah, let's break down some stuff. How's everybody been? Thank you everyone being here. If you want to join the chat, you're more than welcome to. You can hit up any social media. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called, Instagram, Straight Flex, and whatever you want to join me from. Just hit up the name Coach Grizzle or at Coach Grizzle TV. You can find me there. Or at Guasney Chat. Wearing the good old Trash Panda hat. We always got to support the Trash Pandas, even though the Birmingham Barons won the freaking Southern League. So they beat the Montgomery Biscuits just, what was it, yesterday? So, Birmingham Barons end up winning the Southern League, so Trash Panda's gonna have to go at it next year. Baker Mayfield for the win. We're not talking about Baker Mayfield's, okay? First of all, we're getting to football later. All right? The Bucs lost, the Saints lost, the Falcons lost, and the Panthers won. Okay? That's a crazy weekend. That should not happen. The Andy Dalton and the Panthers should not have made Bryce Young look so bad, okay? And I think it was a fluke. Everyone gets their one. That might be the second one they get all year. Who knows? They might end up beating. They said last time that they led was 9-7 against the Falcons. By the way, that was last year. Kyler Murray, he's got a great weapon. I'm glad Marvin Harrison finally. All right. Week 3, let's go. I need some more going into week 4. I won by the skin of my teeth in fantasy. I needed him bad. Said Skyler. Yeah, I mean, Lincoln Riley has some great quarterbacks. He's at least coached some great quarterbacks, and they are all 4 of them are in the NFL. One of them was that guy Kurt Benkert. He coached him at ECU, I believe. Or I think it was ECU. He ended up being like a third stringer. They ended up getting cut, and then he went to the Packers, and now he plays Fortnite. So, because he's a Sooner! Boomer! You're going to lose to Auburn this weekend. You mean talk about that? Is that what you wanted to hear earlier? Is that what you wanted to talk about that? If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that and more. Because I know you're ready for that. I know you're ready for that. 2:45. I think it's 2:45. It should. I don't think it's 2:30. It said 2:45 on their website. It says 2:30 on ABC and ESPN, but it probably will start at like 2:35, 2:40. It like won't start at 2:30. The pregame will start at 2:30 for the show for the ABC because it's on ABC ESPN. That'll be good. They're also going to have SEC Nation at Auburn too, so that's going to be kind of fun. You can see Marty and McGee. That's one of my favorite shows on radio, and it's only on Saturday mornings. They could do it good if they did like a podcast or if they did the show like throughout. They would do really good for sure. SEC Nation though, because game day is at Alabama, Georgia. I know a bunch of Bulldogs are going to come in here and start fucking barking, then they're going to get thrown out. That's the only time you're going to get banned. Is if you just act like a bunch of toothless Tennessee fans and talk about Rocky Top or sing Rocky Top all the damn time, or you're a bunch of Georgia fans sitting there barking like a bunch of dogs, ruining everything, being awful, just hating on you. Like even she's like done with you. Look at her, Lady Bird, making an appearance. Done with you. They're gonna lose. Who's gonna lose? Who do you say is gonna lose? Auburn? Auburn might find their offense again against Oklahoma. The Vols have class. Yeah. Did you were at that game, right? How was that game? That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. You got to get if that was to be a part of it. I want to hear the perspective because last year when I was at the game, there was a guy wearing an OU shirt, and he was like, I was like, hey, you ready for next year? Blah, blah, blah. He was the only guy. I think it was Auburn and I can't remember. Tennessee, maybe. Yeah, they have class until they start throwing mustard and everything at people. Yeah, they're really classy until that starts happening. See, here's the thing. The same thing happened in, was it 2007? When it was, Saban's first year? And I went to the Arkansas game. They win that game. Everyone's going down the tunnel and everything, trying to go home. At the end of that game, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to be great this year. And then they went and played Georgia and got beat. I wonder what it was like leaving that game. But people are talking about, that rivalry in general. When I went to that game, or the game the week before, Georgia won 3 in a row from 2002 to they played in 2002, 2003, and 2007. And Georgia won. And then Alabama won, the next 8 after that. And they played, a few times throughout the years. They played a couple times in 2018, obviously. And then, they played every other year, obviously. I mean, Georgia's won, in the last 10, they've won 1. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's honestly ridiculous. They're talking about this is just an old rivalry. I mean, I get it. This is historic in itself. But Alabama's holding it pretty good. Man, it's not as close as it is as Auburn. Yeah, Alabama's 43-26-4 against Georgia. It hadn't been much of a rivalry. It's kind of like when they talk about LSU. It's been more of a rivalry recently with that matchup. We didn't even recap any of the last weekend, but we're just already going to talk about this weekend, obviously, because it's Wednesday. You don't want to hear anything from us last weekend. All I went was 3-2 again in betting. So please go away from all my bets. Take half and half, and you might win some money. But yeah, Like it's a crazy long rivalry, but it's kind of like the LSU rivalry where it's like everyone keeps saying that like it's been like a rivalry that, you know, is fierce and everything like that. It's been fierce in the last like decade maybe. Like that's how long it's been fierce. So if we're talking about anything, we're talking about it's been fierce because of who's been the coach obviously recently. There were like 300 for nosebleeds. That's like Alabama on the reg. That was Nick Saban's first year when I was trying to get tickets to Hawaii. Hawaii played Alabama. $300 for nosebleed in the new section. Me and my cousin and my grandfather tried to go. We just ended up going to the house. We went somewhere to eat, went to the house, and hung out the rest of the day. Screw that. I ain't paying that. Not for that game. Now it's like you could probably find any of those games that aren't the big matchups at home for about 100, especially up top. Yeah, and that's the driving price is because Tennessee fans. I mean, those hillbillies are gonna pay a lot of money for those tickets. You're in the SEC now. Everything's going to cost more. It just means, you know what it just means more? It just means it's going to cost more. That's what it means. Because, like, literally, they got to pay the player somehow. They can't have this UNLV and this Sluka deal. They can't have this situation going on. And I don't even care, like, what side you're on. Like, whoever's wrong, make it right. And just do whatever you got to do. I've heard different types of players. I've seen different types of personalities talk about this situation. It's like everyone's just like, oh, if you were working a job and they didn't pay you, you wouldn't go. Okay, I've done a couple of things at a former job that I honestly either didn't get paid for or did it out of my own or did it out of my own pocket. So I don't want to hear like like we don't do certain situations like that. So this is a bigger scale. This is a bigger deal. This is NIL. This is a problem where it's like, oh, you're not getting paid? Okay. If you didn't get paid, say something. Do something about it. Pay the man. All right. If he's trying to get more money for his play, that's a little different. All right. Who's in the wrong here? We don't know. Still trying to figure that all out. Then you have another player opting out. Was it something Allen? The running back? 3 games. He's opting out. He already came from 2 other schools. You got the kid from USC, Bear Alexander. I'm not even looking this up right now. I'm just sitting here talking about it. I looked it up earlier. Bear Alexander from USC, defensive lineman. He's doing the same thing. He's already left Georgia. He's a national champion winner, by the way. He already left Georgia, went to USC, played last year, played this year 3 games, and then now he's going to go transfer again. Who's going to give him more money this time? We'll see. I get it. This is the new age of college football, but I've already said this countless times before. Let's just name it NFL 2 and just keep the names and everything like that and give contracts and pay all these players. Because we're already getting it to high school. I'm still waiting for when the kids in Alabama get affected by this. Yes, it's going to improve some kids' lives, but I just hope that it just improves everything in general too, with the overall like area and education and everything outside of the school too. Because look at how much these colleges obviously already benefit from it. So at the end of the day, pay the players, give them contracts. You already pay the players already, so don't act like they don't. But let them be able to make money, have contracts, so these kids don't do this type of stuff. And it's just ridiculous. They can sit here and they'll transfer and go somewhere else. At least, I think the Sluka kid's already a grad transfer. He's already left one place. Now he's at another place. Now he's going to do the same thing. So I don't know who's at fault here. You got some people defending obviously they're going to defend the backup quarterback, but you've got all these different media outlets blasting him, but we don't know the whole situation. But then you have some people that are actually credible. I don't want to name any names. But you have some people that are actually credible, and then they're actually defending, oh, you quit on your team, you quit on your team, and deal about it later. I've seen so many different types of people just back and forth. But at the end of the day, you've got to that someone's got to own up. Someone's got to say something to it. I've been trying to say about that for a while. So like I was just kind of going to throw that in there, talk about that a little bit. I mean, like, because that in itself is just tough. That's the new age that we're talking about. This is the new age of college football, and that's just kind of how these kids are nowadays. They got to get that money, got to get that bag, trying to make that money, that moolah, and it's just ridiculous, honestly. Like I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Also, I know what I'm really getting, and I got it on my wish list. It's on Steam. It's great. Backyard baseball, baby. What's up, dude? So ready for some backyard baseball. So excited for this. They're going to bring back backyard baseball in 97. Pretty excited. Had this game. People are like, oh, you can already play it, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. This is going to be an improved version. Okay? This is just like all you people that buy Call of Duty. All right? You get the updated version or you get whatever of some old game. Okay? Let me buy an old game. All right? I got it already on my damn Steam wish list. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let me play this game. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. October 10th. I got to work October 12th. So I'm going to be playing it all October 10th and October 11th night. May even stream. So I'm excited about that. That's what I know. I played that all the time. Man, take me back. I used to play like that and the football one. Why are you crying? I'm crying all the time. Zach's just mad because he's a bad Rams fan. Who's a Rams fan? Who's honestly a Rams fan? No, he's an Eagles fan. That's right. Whoops. There's too many of you, friends-wise, that I've met through gaming or Discord or some sort of streaming, like where you flock, you come out of nowhere. Eagles fans and then Georgia fans. I don't like you. Go away. I'm surrounded by you. Leave me alone. If you're going to talk to me about anything, Panders, Braves, all right, you're just going to get out of here. Oklahoma, even Boomer Sooner, get out of here. Are you ready for when the Braves sweep the Mets and have to play the Padres and beat the Padres, and then they play the Phillies and they beat the Phillies? You ready for that? You ready for that? Are you ready for the hurricane? Not the one that's Helena or whatever, the one that's, hopefully everyone's safe with that. But are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Braves don't suck. Okay, we don't need you in here talking your trash about that, all right? There's no need for it. Don't do that. You're just mad. You're just mad that your team's going to lose to Auburn this weekend. That's what you're going to do. I said I was going to go to some high school games. The same game on tomorrow, or same games that are going on tomorrow, though. You got Auburn and Moody in 7A, and then you got Sparkman and Mae Jemison, which is 7A and 6A, which a lot of these teams, like Grissom's going to Albertville. They got to go play Gunnersville, which is right down the road. Number one team in, 5A? They're going to beat the bejesus out of them. I feel bad. I hope they do well. I need him to do well. Because they got an uphill battle, because they're going to have to sit here and claw their way out if they're going to try to make it to fourth. Because if they win this weekend, they'll be 1-3. Huntsville's not playing. Bob Jones loses. I mean, we could have like a 3-way tie, but Sparkman, they have to play Sparkman. Bob Jones have to play Sparkman. Sparkman's playing Mae Jemison, so that's not a region game. So it's like you gotta wait for like when all these region games play out, and 7A region 4. So what we're talking about, the you're lurking? No, Eagles fans are not allowed to lurk. All right, You're just in here ruining everything. Squeaking by. Dude, they don't walk. They don't run. It could be 38 miles. You know what? We don't need Phillies fans coming in here and ruining everything, all right? It took you 6.5 years, all right? How long ago has it been since you won the division? Was it 7 years? 8 years? How many years? I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been around since the Phillies won the division. Sorry that, not a fan, just a fan of pissing you off. He's just mad because he's bad at fantasy. His team's probably losing, like mine is. Even though we got finally a dub this weekend. I don't know how I'm going to go. See, I'm 1-2, and I think 2-1 in another one. I got some hot cousins. Let's check this out real quick before we go into some previews for the weekend. I got some hot cousins, 3-0. So this one's good. I got a good ass team. Hurtsfield. Dude, I love it. I don't have Wade in the Waddle anymore, but don't go chasing waterfalls. I got a pretty good roster. We only have 4 bench players, though, in this league. That's the one thing that I hate about this league, is it makes it a lot difficult. And Pacheco's out, so my running back situation is bad. I need to try to make a trade with somebody with a wide receiver. I got Shakir. I got Adunze. I got Williams. Scary Terry's doing well with Jane Daniels after that game. Which, by the way, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I said Jeff. Joe Burrow needs to change that hair color back. He needs to go back to like looking like Sid from Toy Story, and go balls to the wall because they're 0-3, and I got some huge points from Jamar Chase that night. I was down too. Like, if I could show you this right here, the uphill battle I had, he was up. We were both 0-2, and he was up by like a good bit at the beginning, and then he went up. He was up 4, all right, and I still had Scary Terry and Jamar Chase. He had Joe Burrow and Dalton Kincaid. I had Dalton Kincaid all year long. I don't think I ever got 13 points last year. I might be lying, but it felt like that. And I was like, wow, he finally threw it to him. He got a touchdown. Good for him. All right, then he starts getting all these Joe Burrow points, and Joe's throwing it to everybody else. And then I was just like, oh, my God, I'm so tired of this crap. Because Dunze had 23 on my bench. Shakir again had 19 on my bench. So I'm just over here just like wondering if I'm going to win or not. So then, like, as soon as like Chase got a touchdown, I was like, yes. And then when Scary Terry got one, I swear to God, I freaking danced. I danced all over the place. I was like, are you kidding me? Finally, Jane Daniels and Scary Terry. He has a freaking quarterback that can throw it to him. Yeah, but I came away from a crazy victory. I got some great garbage time points. It's regular season. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know a lot about the players on Georgia, but I know from the last game when I watched, that was a physical-ass game against Kentucky. They both had a bye week. They both got healthier. They did get dinged up on the defensive line. I think that Georgia doesn't have a whole lot of playmakers comparable to Alabama. Carson Beck's a problem, obviously, experienced quarterback. But if he has a dud like that against Kentucky, this is a much better defense. Alabama has a situation on defense. Rousseau being injured. I think Malachi Moore, I don't know if he's playing or not, but if they've still got a lot of experience on the back end. All right. Linebackers as well. Defensive line is, I would say Georgia's defensive line is slightly better than Alabama's, but Georgia's is also kind of relying on like second and some other guys that don't play a lot. So offensive though, I think Alabama's got every weapon possible, including Jalen Milroe. And like I said this before, if Jalen Milroe comes out and wins this, I mean, he should be one of the runners for the Heisman because, I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks right now. And if we're going to talk about Carson Beck going number 1 overall, I've said this before. There's no reason that Jalen Milroe can't go number 1 overall. Still got a long way to go. We'll have to see how he goes with the rest of that season. But if I have to pick anybody, I'd have to pick Alabama. They're at home. I think Alabama could win. Like, it's going to be like 34-21 or 27, something like that, or 34-23 or something like that. I think Alabama will be up. But it's going to be tough. It's for Georgia to have a lot of plays on offense. That's the thing. If they do what they did at Kentucky, they're going to get the same thing at Alabama. So, the offensive side of the ball, I think that, yeah, I think because Alabama was, I mean, if Alabama was able to surrender a lot of points, I guess, against a rushing quarterback in USF, I don't think Carson Beck is a more experienced quarterback. I still think that you could have like a high scoring game like that because I think the secondary is very still vulnerable. If the pass rush doesn't get there for Alabama, then the running backs are gonna eat a little bit for Georgia. But I still think Alabama, could win the game. I always try to put that score out there, like 34-20, something like that, or 34. Like, it just seems like it's going to be one of those types of games where it's going to be, if it's going to be like a 34-17, 34-21 game, something like that, where I think, I think they can score a lot of points because I feel like there's still going to be some vulnerabilities on each side of the ball. Where if like Georgia doesn't get a great pass rush, then Alabama's going to be able to, like Jalen Milroe, if Jalen Milroe has time, he's either going to take off with his legs because he wants to do that, or he's gonna find the open man because there's going to be somebody open downfield, and it'll probably be Ryan Williams, and Ryan Williams probably will score the second touchdown of the game for Alabama. I mean, he's just that talented, and he could easily pull one of those things where it's just like they could catch him off guard. He'll be wide open, and they'll just throw it down the field, and he could be the first touchdown opening up for Alabama. Maybe responding to a Georgia field goal at the beginning of the game, because I feel like that's what's going to happen. Alabama's probably going to defer. They're probably going to kick it to Georgia. I mean, they're going to kick it to Georgia. Georgia's going to run. They're going to run all the way down the field. It's going to look pretty scary for a little bit, and then they're going to kick a field goal, be up 3-0. And then Alabama's going to score on some like big play touchdown probably in the second drive, on the first drive of theirs, and then it'll be like 7-3. But I think like it's gonna be a knockout dragout for sure. I think both teams obviously got the much needed bye week, so like they're not having to worry about that. But what I mean, really, like Kirby Smart said it, like they hadn't played I think it was Lane Kiffin said that like who they played hasn't really given them a whole lot of like experience and readiness for the SEC type play. I mean, Georgia could be like the same thing, or Alabama could be like the same thing. But Alabama, I think, played more physical and more experienced offenses too. So even with playing a backup quarterback at Wisconsin, you have a more experienced head coach, and you've got an offensive line that's obviously a problem. And it seems like everyone's a damn NFL first rounder, or not an NFL first rounder, but an NFL type player. So. I have been so wrong about Penn State a little bit, to be honest with you. I've been really wrong on just like I didn't think they were going to cover last week. I forgot who they played, Tulsa or something like that. Let me see. I know I had it up. Because I forgot, I know I went Kent State. That's right, Kent State, 56-0. You know, I'm not big on Illinois, and I haven't been big on them all year. And if they're at Penn State, it's going to be a problem. And I did see what Bielema said. It was pretty dumb. He was like talking about them wearing white or something. But I think at home, if they're at home, which they are. Let's see. What's the spread? Penn State minus 19. 19. Let's see. Gonna be a good game. Yeah, 19. They're at home. They've been beating people like a drum. Vegas knows, man. This is ESPN. So, if anything, I would take with the points. And I've been wrong, obviously, the last few weeks with Penn State. I would, because I got them wrong with the West Virginia game. I can't remember who they played the second game. But then last week, I got them wrong again. Because I picked Penn State. So I would definitely bet on Penn State. They'll probably win by 21, 25, something like that. Oh, is Bowling Green second week? Yeah, that's right. You're right. That's right. Yep. Okay. Yeah, but I think I didn't bet them. But I don't know how much they were favored by in that game. I'd have to look at that. You know who I would bet against? LSU. Because they're playing South Alabama. Mike Ezel. 22. They're a 22-point favorite. LSU is. I'd take South Alabama. I was wrong against Iowa State. Iowa State beat the bejesus out of somebody, too. I forgot who it was, who they played last week. Let me see who they played last week. Arkansas State. They were like I think it was a 55-point favorite or something like. No, hold on. That's wrong. Let me see this. What were they last week against Arkansas State? Well, yeah. Okay, minus 18.5. That doesn't seem right. I think I bet that, but that was not the same. That must have been different. The game time or something. Because that was not the bet last week. Anyway. Yeah, South Alabama's good. Offensively. Yes. Gio Lopez, the quarterback, he played literally like 15 minutes up the road at James Clemens. The kid's a stud. They need to join the ACC. They're pretty damn good. 70-50 against North Carolina? JMU needs to join the ACC or the SEC. If they're pretty damn good, they could probably be better than Vandy. I don't know. Vandy almost beat Missouri. And Vandy's actually pretty good offensively. Auburn has to play Vandy. I forgot where. I don't know if that's at Vandy or if that's at. It's obviously at Vandy or Auburn, but let's see. Look at it. They play Vandy at home, November 2nd. November 2nd. Here. I guess you want me to give me my pick on Oklahoma and Auburn if he's out there. He's listening. Appreciate it, everyone. You're more than welcome to be a part of the chat. We try to do a live chat on Mondays and Wednesdays, but it seems like the last couple weeks have been on a Wednesday. The schedule's been kind of crazy. So if you want to be a part of the channel, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button on YouTube and be a part of the channel. There's a chat throughout. We're powered by Restream, so you've got the power of Twitch or you've got the power of YouTube, and then we'll see the chat and the channel. If you're doing points and stuff like that in Twitch, please let me know. We will act out the points, whatever we have to do. We're not eating ravioli though. We talked about that earlier, but we'll talk about it again. I said this. They need to either find whoever's wrong needs to make right, or everything needs to be negotiated at the end of the year. Because even if why would you just quit on your team? Because there's already the running back Allen, I forgot. I didn't even look it up. His last name's Allen. He quit on his team after 3 games, and he played for North Carolina State, and he played for UNLV and then quit. Then you got Bear Alexander, who already is a national champion with Georgia, left Georgia, and then went to USC, played last year, played this year 3 games, and then said, I'm good. Fuck you ain't. I'm going to save points for Ravioli. You're going to use that damn Ravioli. What's up, Florida Stooge? So, I mean, whoever's wrong, just make it right. And the thing is, it's like, this is the new age of college football. We've said this before. This is the new age of college football. This is NFL 2. All right? Give them contracts. You already pay them already. Just let them make their money, make their deals. This is going to get even crazier when the situation gets to the rest of these high schoolers. Because we've already lost talent to other freaking states because of NIL. So I'm just waiting for when I go into work and the linebacker that I talk to all the time, he's getting a car and like a deal at City Bowls down the street. And you know what I mean? And so he gets to eat for free because he plays football and he's going to a group of 5 conference. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. Everyone's an influencer. Everyone should just go play football. Just be a celebrity. Like that's all. That's the easiest thing you got to do. Baz, I swear. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of points. That's why we tried to make it a lot of points. Because that ravioli. Nobody wants to admit they ate 9 cans of ravioli. All right? That's a problem. Auburn and OU. OU is a 2-point favorite. I would take Auburn at home. You are a very much an influence. See, who wants Head of Steel to create a TikTok where he shows how to draw cats? I would watch that. I would support that. Where literally he draws cats with hats, cats with scarves, cats with pants, cats with socks, all types of cats. I think it'd be pretty cool. Could you eat 9 cans of ravioli? This is like a real question. This is a real question. We don't stray away from these types of questions. Could you eat 9 the Chef Boyardee ravioli? Could you eat 9 cans of ravioli in a sitting? Drunk, yes. Sober, maybe. It would put you to sleep. It would definitely put. Steele knows me all too well. Or are you talking about? Are you talking about you've done this before? I feel like I could do the regular ravioli because there's not really that many in there. Like if we're being real, you might get 7 to 8 pieces. So we're thinking about, let's say, a given even 80. We got like 80 raviolis. This is coach math. Right? Am I right? Like, we're just talking about 80 to 82 ravioli that you have to eat. And what if it's the mini ravioli? Mini raviolis they've probably got more, but they're smaller. Yeah, beefaroni is pretty good. I have some. I have cans here. I can eat it straight out of the can. We do need one. When we get the NIL deal. We're still waiting on the Milo's NIL deal and the Chef Boyardee deal. We also want the Big League Chew. We need the Big League Chew. We need that for dramatic effects. I want to get, oh man, I wish I was one of those types of people, the influencers or whatever that gets the codes. I'd give you all the codes if they gave me some backyard sports ones. I want some. I want some so bad. I'm jealous. I am just jealous of Rage right now. I mean, I am just like, I'm so excited for that game. I don't care. I don't care. It's like you can play the old game. I want to play the new game. I want to play the old game, the new game, whatever game. I want to play it. That was a solid math though, right? I thought I did pretty good on that. That was pretty good by me. I feel like we were okay with talking about, I think everyone needs to open up about how many raviolis they can eat in one sitting. And I feel like I could probably do that. Then it got into the conversation of being able to just eat it out of the can. I can definitely do that. It's already cooked. What if it's the big ravioli? There's not 10. You think there's 10? I don't think there's 10. So if there's, okay, so 90. So, okay, so 100. We're just going to keep going up. 100 ravioli. Ravioli, ravioli. Give us the formioli. Exactly. Because then you have to if you don't have a microwave, you just put it in your windshield of your car and heat it up. Not with the fans, just from the pure heat. You might get the cancer from it, but it was good. There's nothing wrong with it. I could open up a can right now and eat it. If I was hungry. Not hungry. It was good though. It's all. I mean, it's ravioli. It's good. Like you said, it's already cooked. And first of all, excuses? is that like a threat? Are you like threatening me? Or like, you better eat that damn ravioli. You better go open a can right now. You better eat some ravioli. Damn it. I know one thing. Mississippi State is the worst team in the SEC. They might be worse than Vanderbilt. It might be worse than eating ravioli raw out of a can. Even though it's not raw, it's already cooked. Stop talking about ravioli. It's too much ravioli. They got to play Texas. Mississippi State's got to play Texas and then Georgia. That's nasty. Nasty. I went to a Georgia Mississippi State game. This will not be the same one. I'm going to tell you that right now. Ohio State still hasn't played anybody. They got to play Michigan State. Play Michigan State at home. And they're a 24-point favorite. I think Michigan State might get the bejesus beat out of them by Ohio State. Welcome to Ravioli Chat with Coach. This is just honestly a stream about oatmeal cream pies, ravioli, beefaroni. There was beefaroni thrown in here. It's like, what can we eat today out of the can? That should just be a whole segment. And the Trash Pandas. We forgot about that. And the Trash Pandas. We cannot forget about the Trash Pandas. It was great. Appreciate them all year long. Been amazing. Too bad the Barons, once again we said, are Southern League champs. But we should do like a stream like that. Where take a part of the stream where we come back with a can of something and eat straight out of the can. Whether it's beefaroni, SpaghettiOs, what, I don't care. Just to get people to watch. Just to do anything. Boise State is fun. Their running backs averaging like 10 yards a carry. That kid, Taylon Green, the quarterback that left Boise State, he's playing really good for Arkansas. I like him. I think they might be able to beat Texas A&M at home. Texas A&M is a 4-point favorite, too, in that game. So why not take the Hogs? It's ridiculous though that they just absolutely just beat down Auburn like that. That's the reason why I think like if Auburn's offense can do anything, they have a chance of beating Oklahoma and beating Oklahoma by 10 or 2 touchdowns. And I'm not trying to be like biased or anything like that. Like I just think that if Auburn can get it right on offense, they're a real problem. Because whoever's starting at quarterback for Oklahoma, they got to get that offense rolling. I think ESPN's got I think Auburn's got a really good linebacking core. And if their defensive line can get pressure, they got a young secondary, but I think they got a pretty good talented secondary. So, yeah, I did. I'm 3-0, baby. Where is it? Hold on. I can't find it. I was trying to look at what I had up. I was wearing my shirt. It's called the Pecan. The Pecan on Broad. One and 2 since you played me. Oh my gosh, that was Kirby Smart. Here, I had it up. And that's because I went to scores. All right. Where is it? I got some hot cousins. Yep. I beat Durzo. I beat Sonny. Kind of a poopy game out of my really good players. Jameson Williams got me 1.2. That made me seriously. I just showed Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls, my other team. That pissed me off. Jameson Williams getting 1.2, and then Shakir on my bench getting 19. And yeah, I think it was Shakir. I think he got 19. Yeah, and then Adunze got 23 on my bench. I was like, oh god. Yeah. This team did. I'm just glad that he did. I think he played. Did he play somebody hurt? No, he didn't even play anybody hurt. I'm just glad that his team just decided to not even play very well. And his bench isn't that much better, but his quarterback only scored 4 more points. But I mean, like, even that, like, Taysom Hill doesn't do a damn thing apparently at all anymore. He only gets like a couple of carries, which is like they list him as a tight end. And like 1 week he could probably go off because like he's trying to help him. But they were so bad on offense this week. It was just like complete flip flop. Even that Shaheed guy had 0 points if you had him. See, yeah, that's who it was. Okay, so yeah, he was hurt. Okay, that's what I thought. Because there was one that he had, or there's even like I said, Shaheed had 0 points last week. Eagles run the show. Who beat them? Week 2. Yeah. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down, sir. The Falcons. The Falcons beat the Eagles. Yeah. Yeah. How about that? Who's the real bird, sir? Who's the real bird? Yeah, the Bucks 2-1. You and Aaron. Y'all are both Bucks fans? We got more this is such a sad chat. We got too many NFC South people in here. We got to have more AFC West. The only real fans are really Chiefs fans and maybe slightly some Raiders fans. But everybody else is just like they're Fairweather fans. We need some more wins in here. We need some more talented fan bases in here. We don't need any AFC East fan bases in here. I don't know who Head of Steel really is, to be honest with you, anymore, because his glorious Tom Brady doesn't play in the league anymore. So is he a Patriots fan? Or is he a Bucks fan? The world will never know. You should be a Bucks fan like Baz here. You're going down too because we play you next week. We. Stop being like ESPN, damn it. Quit saying we like all these other fans. The Falcons are playing Tampa on Thursday night. the very next week. So eat it. I'm not looking forward to that game. Y'all gonna get smashed. You guys are sub 500, okay? And tell me something I don't know. All right? You're gonna get. You know what's gonna happen? Eagles gonna make the playoffs. Falcons gonna make the playoffs. You know what's gonna happen? Falcons gonna beat that ass again. All right, and you're gonna go cry. And you know what's gonna happen? A couple weeks before that, or a month before that, whenever it is, it's not a month or a couple weeks. Couple months before that, the Phillies are gonna choke against the Dodgers or whoever, and they're gonna cry again. Bryce Harper's not gonna win a World Series because he's a fraud, and you suck. Yeah. So, just saying. Y'all ain't passing 9 wins. If anything, 10 wins, okay? They're going to go 8 and 9, all right? He's just mad because the Phillies are going to again. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to cry. Or cause like a riot like a couple of nights ago where people are jumping on police cars. Hey, I have therapy because of that game. All right, don't bring up some traumatic experiences in my life, okay? There's no need for that. That's 100 messages. Thanks, Restream. Woo! Telling us how cool we are. First of all, quit it. Quit being mean. Okay. He said chalk. I just benched Hurts. I'm afraid he's gonna choke, honestly. No, it's still a good like pick to play in fantasy. Doesn't matter if they're gonna win or lose. But I mean, it's not a good sign when he's doing the same thing he did in college, where he's just kind of like rolling and he's just trying to throw it out of bounds, or he can't find the guy. If they had more designed runs. They had designed runs against the Falcons, and it should have worked. They should work more. Like, go look at how Dallas Goedert just dominated the Saints, and Ryan Clark said the same thing on ESPN. This is one real positive thing I've ever heard Ryan Clark really say, where it was like, you use Kyle Pitts the same way, and you don't have to be a football expert to know this. You use Kyle Pitts the same way as they were able to do it, and if they don't look key on that, you got to start using Kyle Pitts everywhere, where you got to put him on some drags and some slants. You got to start doing some Julio shit. And then he's going to be a problem. Because if Dan Mullen can sit here and figure it out, and he's not even coaching, all right, Raheem Moore's got to figure it out. Robinson got to figure it out. Because that's going to be a problem. You can't keep still using fucking Mooney across the slant and going across and doing all that shit. Use the guy that's a threat. Or use Drake London like that, and then use Kyle Pitts on the other side and make him drag across, or using a post or something. Because man, he's going to be a problem. Because Goddard was a problem. They can't defend the tight end. That's gonna be huge. This is not a political post in any way. 10 points. Yeah, I know. I mean, shoot, Baker Mayfield got 10. You got people out here having to use Baker Mayfield in their fantasy. You just got to figure it out. The thing is the offensive line is still solid. The defense is where it's like, you played this really good game because, like, you know, the Saints are over here putting up 50 friggin' points a game, dominating people. Not 50, but a lot. And to keep them at 12 and to, like, just straight up dominate them at their house, yeah. I think that's huge. Huge. It's bounce back, too. And the thing is about Jalen Hurts is it's like, I feel like with all, like you said, don't have those weapons either. Devontae Smith, you do that to him again, we have some problems. All right, I'm not going to be able to fight anybody, but I might be able to hire somebody to fight those big gargantuans that are over here hurting Devontae Smith like that, because that was unnecessary. Then to spit on him, if that's true, that's messed up. That's really messed up. That's the one thing about the Eagles, at least that it's like, I'll defend that, okay? Because that's just messed up. You don't hurt somebody like that. You're going to hurt somebody doing something like that. What other games do we want to talk about? Wisconsin's playing USC. USC might be in for a freaking beating. I'm going to pick the Badgers. I don't care. I'm just kidding. USC's probably going to win this game. But they're 15.5-point favorites, and they're at home against Wisconsin. Ah, man, I would probably pick Wisconsin to cover, but USC's going to win. Fuck the Saints. Wow, he's already coming in hot early. Who's all playing this weekend? Because we're pretty much going to give a rundown of this anyway. And if this is our only show, we might as well talk about it. We're going to go for another few 30 minutes or so and kind of break down some more and just talk about some more because we still need to do some on this day in history, and I need to get some sleeps. But we're definitely going to try to pull. We're going to definitely try to if we can, we might do a stream tomorrow, depending on if there's a game or not tomorrow. So you got Cowboys Giants. That's Thursday night. That's tomorrow. Which is like if you're watching it now, it's today, or it's already happened, or you're watching it during it. Either or. Poppy! Ladybird! Oh, she jumped off the bed. I don't know where she went. Ladybird! I don't know where she went. Anyway. Giants at home against the Cowboys. Dallas is a 6-point favorite on the road. Who you got? I would say... Man, the Giants' defense is going to play real well. And Malik Neighbors' coming out party. If him and Daniel Jones can start, I think they might upset him. I think I'm going to take the Giants, too, at home. Falcons and Saints, it's the Aints week. I wish Yorkie was here. It stinks that he's not here. We're sitting here doing this stream, and it's the Aints week. But I think I have to take the Falcons at home. They could still win with a Younghoe Koo field goal, win by 3, and you could still cover. So... I mean, I don't, maybe. They just really don't have any good, I mean, like, they got to figure it out, man. Like, how, I mean, are they bad on defense? Are they stagnant on offense? Like, I mean, it's just like, you got to figure it out. And it's going to be tough with the Eagles. And if the Commanders are really good, that's going to be a problem. Especially in their own division, and let alone the NFC. The NFC is actually pretty good this year. Where it's like some teams like they're gonna have to claw their way up on that. The NFC East might be the worst if we're looking at it realistically. Like, we want to talk about the South being bad. At least it's more competitive than the East, allegedly, other than a rookie quarterback and Jalen Hurts maybe. Which is like the Eagles are just kind of falling on like what they did last year. Yes. It's either the South or the East. You can't sit here and tell me that there's more experience in the South. If Derek Carr plays really, really good, if the Saints play really good, you have a bad week like last week. You got Baker Mayfield with a better team. They're 2-1. The Falcons beat the Eagles. Okay. And then we want to talk about the Panthers. Okay. We just could forget about the Panthers. But at least with Andy Dalton, they're 1-2. You're just biased. You're biased because you're an Eagles fan. And I'm not trying to bash the Eagles. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's totally fine. That's why it's a hot take. Hot take. But I'm not going to bash you for it. Because, like, realistically, I mean, you look at who's in the East, all right? And as bad as the Giants are, if they beat the Cowboys, how bad are the Cowboys? The Eagles are the best team in the East, obviously. Okay? But with a rookie quarterback and all of a sudden with the Commanders, how good are the Commanders? But remember, you got Dan Quinn as head coach. That defense could fall apart. Eagles run the league. See, now you need to get out of here with your shitty opinions and your shitty biased takes. Okay, Cowboys suck. That's fine. Yeah, and I would have loved to sit here and have a whole segment about that too, and I will, because we've still got plenty of time. And we'll stream as long as we want, because this is fun. But that was bad. When 1 week it works against you, and then it's like, I mean, that's just awful. That's just awful. You got to admit, if that happened to you, you'd do the same thing. Oh, yeah. Next game? Yeah, maybe Saquon Barkley will catch next time. Oh, how about that one? Did you like that? Yeah. You got that running back to come over and play for you? Oh, it must have been a bad team he was on. He can't catch the ball in crunch time. Ha! I hope he stays healthy in 6 weeks. Best running back in the league when Bijan Robinson averaged more and had more yards? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Head-to-head, Bijan Robinson beats him. This is one of the most talented running back rooms the Falcons probably have ever had. This is one of the most talented running back rooms in the NFL. If not the talented running back room in the NFL. You have a fucking pylon at tight end. He's not wrong. I have already said this. Every year, it's like watching Derrick Henry for the first 4 years of his life, where literally they don't run him at all. It's like, I get it. Alabama did not break him. Alabama got him ready for the NFL. I think it was McCarthy or McCartney or whatever his name is, Mike Mularkey, whatever his name was, who was the head coach of the Titans. He'd still be the head coach of the Titans probably he would have got fired this year if he had kept Derrick Henry as his running back and just ran him like you're supposed to. Give him 20 carries a night. He probably would have been broken by year 6, but still, we would know that Derrick Henry is one of the best running backs in the NFL. Still. Kirk has won the last now 5. Well, not the okay, not that last one, but he won. He won the last 2, I think, but he's won. But his last 4, it hasn't. The reason why he hasn't won the game wasn't because of his play. He's still like a 70% throwing quarterback, completion percentage quarterback. He's still doing what he's supposed to do on offense, but he can't control what happens on defense. And I'll say this is probably one of the most talented teams he's ever played on, even though he had Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. And if you even want to say TJ Hawkinson, but TJ Hawkinson couldn't stay healthy. You have a solid team in Drake London, Kyle Pitts, all right? I still think with Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, you still have a much better talented team that you're playing with now. They said the same thing, dude, about Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan had a talented-ass team around him every single year, and it was either the defense or Matt Ryan would throw 3 picks in a game. There was no in-between. And it was always Matt Ryan's fault if he threw 3 picks in a game, and he's trying to make the same thing that what's his name? Kirk Cousins did in week 1, where he tried to throw it pulling up and trying to make a play, and he threw it right to the defense. And Matt Ryan's done the same thing in years past. So, comeback wins too. Kirk Cousins is 5th I looked it up last week or something like that. Kirk Cousins is like in the top 10, obviously, in comeback wins. Matt Ryan's like second or first overall or something like that. He's he's not first, but he's like one of the best. I think he was second or third, something like that. But you sit here and you have like, that's the reason why they brought him in, to do that certain type of thing. Here's the thing about last week. They kick a field goal. Who knows if they get the ball back, but at least those are some points. Then the thing is if you kick that other field goal again, guess what? You win the ball game. But the thing is, it's like they're not ever in position like that, like the Chiefs are, or the Patriots are in years past. And I'm not sitting here saying that it's rigged or anything like that, but obviously that's a problem. It's right in front of you and you don't call it. It's like Alabama, Tennessee. It's right in front of you and you don't call it. Like, what are you looking at then? Like, it's just crazy. There was a face mask penalty, and they didn't call that either. Mooney got his freaking face mask ripped, and they didn't even call that. It was right in front of the ref. I didn't say anything about Kirk positively, other than I said he won the last couple games. He hasn't won anything. I understand that. And Sam Darnold has got them 3-0. Kirk Cousins never did that. So is Sam Darnold better than Kirk Cousins? Who knows? Don't think so. I think they're just riding the high right now. But it's good to see Sam Darnold's better. Apparently I don't know how to drink water. Vikings are playing the Packers. Does Malik Willis win his third game? I think Jordan Love might be back. He was like practicing and everything like that before the game. He was warming up and everything. But he didn't play, obviously. Because, like I said last week, wasn't I right? Malik Willis went into Tennessee, won that game. Malik Willis went into Tennessee, won that game. Rams and Bears. Bears are a 3-point favorite. It's because they're at home and the Rams haven't been playing very well. I think I'd take the Rams here. I don't know how good Caleb Williams is. And them to be favored at home. I'm going to take the more experienced quarterback. I'm going to take the Rams. Don't know why. Just think they're going to play better. Vikings and Packers. I think if Malik Willis can play like mistake-free football and just run the ball effectively like the Packers are able to do and make some couple plays with his arm, maybe with his feet too, and they got a chance to beat the Vikings here. And, I mean, I think this run might stop once they do play that because the Packers at home, they're a problem. They're a 2.5-point favorite, so I'm also going to take them too at home. The Colts are at home against the Steelers. It's 1.5 Steelers. I mean, like, same thing. Anthony Richardson's 3-6 right now. He just can't stop turning over the ball. If he can limit the turnovers, they have a chance because I feel like Justin Fields on the road will be a problem. But they were able to win in the Falcons. But that is also the Falcons. There were probably more Steelers fans at that Falcons game than there were Falcons fans. I've been there before. Like I said, Packers, Steelers, Colts, Jets, all those big teams, Giants, they'll just show up. They'll travel. And Atlanta's cheap. I guess it's a cheap flight from wherever they come from. Or they live in the area and they're a big fan. Because, my goodness, they come out the woodwork. Eagles. I haven't seen an Eagles game at the Falcons yet. But it's definitely... I saw a Cardinals game, and there were a shitload of Cardinals fans. It must be just a cheap flight for everybody. A cheap weekend for everybody. Like, I went to a Cardinals game, and I was like, you got to be kidding. I was like, there are more Cardinals jerseys than there are Falcons jerseys. Broncos and Jets. Watch out, Broncos. I don't know. You got to go to one. If you live close to one and you're able to go to one, you definitely should go to one. I'm still trying to get in the media booth. I'm still trying to get my way into the media booth. I want to get in the media booth. I love going. The games are fun, but I mean, if you're just going to go, like, go get a ticket in the nosebleeds, enjoy the game, because everywhere is like a really good place, especially if you go to an indoor place. A lot of the indoor stadiums are nice. I mean, Mercedes-Benz Stadium is actually really nice. I wish it was open. I wish it was an open air. But the Halo board is nice. The everything, that the facilities and everything are nice. Like, it's really cool to kind of like experience the game. I really do like sitting in, I think it's the north end zone, and seeing the south end zone, and you can see the cityscape of Atlanta like in the background. And it's really cool as like a backdrop for sure. Yeah, they need to start doing those types of games, Minnesota and Eagles. I'm getting tired of like the Falcons playing the Jags every year. I do like when the Falcons play the Titans. I think that's a nice clash of jerseys too, and a nice clash of AFC versus NFC. But that NFC matchup needs to happen for sure. Falcons always play like they'll play like the Cardinals, because they're playing the West obviously all the time. But they play the Seahawks this year. That's their West opponent. You got the Bucks, Eagles and Bucks. Might be a problem. I mean, Jalen Hurts, 3-4, 3 touchdowns to 4 interceptions. Limit the turnovers. Should be able to win on the road against the Bucks, but the Bucks are feeling themselves with the Baker Mayfield. So I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be a tough game. Tough game on the road. Eagles, I'd take the Eagles though. Win by a Jake Elliott field goal. You still win your bet. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't think I said the Eagles Broncos. Jets Broncos. Jets are 7.5 point favorite at home. I don't know. Like, I think I'd take the Broncos here. I think they cover. I think the Jets might squeak by it at home. They play like they did last week, the Broncos. They might be able to beat the Jets. Bengals and Panthers. I think the Bengals might actually finally get a win, because it's the Panthers. And I think Red Ryder BB Gun might go back to his old ways and look pretty bad. Jadeveon Clowney got a sack last week, and it looked like the sloppiest sack I've ever seen. It almost like the other team gave up. So I don't know about the Panthers. We'll see what happens. They're at home. They get the Bengals. I'd still take the Bengals to cover. I think Joe Burrow will get it right. He'll dye his hair back to a natural, or he'll shave it off, and he won't suck. Let's see. Jaguars and Texans. Houston's a 6.5 point favorite against the Jags. They got beat like a drum by the Vikings. I'm glad they're at home. And if Trevor Lawrence is really this bad, he better look pretty good against the Texans, because it's been not fun to watch him play. So I'm going to take the Texans at home. I think they'll cover. No, this is a matchup. You know, or this is a rivalry. So let me get the Jags to cover. I'm gonna take the Jags to cover, even though they're 0-3. They're gonna try to save Peterson's job. Commanders and Cardinals. I think the Commanders are riding high. I think them on the road against the Cardinals. It'll be a Commanders game at Arizona. Let me take the Commanders on the road. Patriots and 49ers. I don't know. How bad are the 49ers? I mean, is Debo still hurt? They still got a chance. Is Kittle hurt? They're at home. They're 10-point favorites. I take the Patriots. Was Drake May going to play? That just rhymed. I think I take the 49ers at home. Yeah, I'll take the 49ers at home. They'll cover. Browns and Raiders. Raiders are a 2-point favorite at the Browns. Both teams played totally flip. Browns played well. Raiders played like poop. So I'm going to take the Browns on the road because it's a 2-point favorite for the Raiders at home. Let me get the Browns to cover. They may not win. They'll cover. Let's see here. They'll win. They'll win. Chiefs and Chargers. See, Chiefs, that's the thing. They should have lost the Falcons. They play really bad on the road. I think the Chargers might win this game. They're at home. Chiefs will get their first loss. Then it'll make the Chiefs mad, and they'll make a run. Hopefully, we don't have a stupid pass interference call that'll change the outcome of the game again. But let me get the Chargers at home because they're Chiefs are 7.5-point favorite. Give me the Chargers at home. Bills and Ravens on Sunday night. Give me the Ravens, man. I think they'll upset the Bills. I think a few upsets are going to happen in the 3-0 department. I think Josh Allen's going to have a problem on what? Oh, upset. Yeah, I know, upset. I was just saying they're at home. They're going to beat them. Well, the thing is they're 1-2, okay? The Bills are 3-0. So clearly, if we're talking about record, who's the better team? It would be the Bills by record. So, yes, Baltimore at home favored, taking them. Not in the power rankings. The Bills are better in the power rankings. I don't know what you're talking about. In the made-up power rankings. And then we have another unnecessary doubleheader on Monday night. Which, you don't do this for the WNBA. You don't do this for... The only real team that you do this for, or the only other thing that you do this for, is the NBA. Why do you do this? Give us a special night. There's nothing else on. Give us a night where we can watch this game. Hell, make it a Tuesday night game. All right, we love football so much. Quit doing a damn doubleheader on Monday nights. I liked watching both of those games the other night. That was actually a really good game. The Bills and the Jags. And then I flip it back over. Obviously, 2 LSU quarterbacks, Heisman Trophy winners, all that jazz. First round overall picks. Not first overall, but first round picks. One's overall. But we're going to sit here and talk about putting 2 games on a Monday night where it's like, I'd like to see the Seahawks and Lions primetime by itself. I don't want to watch the Titans and the Dolphins on Monday night. Are you freaking kidding me? And both of them are ESPN platform games. ABC is still ESPN. ESPN is still ABC. But one game's going to be on ABC. And one game is going to be on ESPN. Make that make sense. Why would you do that? And then I got to watch the Sunday night game on Peacock, which thank God it's going to be on NBC. But if I had to watch it on Peacock, that's the reason why I hate this Thursday night Amazon crap. Everyone's got to go to a bar to even watch the game. And this Prime Video garbage, you have to watch the football game on that. You give us two really good, like an announcer and a play-by-play, or a color guy, a play-by-play and color guy. And it's like, I don't need this. I don't need this at all. So don't do this to me. Let's see here. But I'm going to do this to you because we're getting close to on time. We appreciate everyone being here. Zach, Head of Steel, Aaron, Baz, thank you so much for being in here tonight. We appreciate you. Like I said, we're missing Yorkie tonight. Sad we don't see him tonight because we're talking Aints week. Hopefully we'll try to get on before. On again before we talk about this. Yeah, we're going to wind it down here in a second because I got to go to bed. We're hitting up our On This Day in History, and then we're going to finish up the stream. So make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell, everything like that so you get updates on when we're live. It is 10:36. We're Central Time. We're superior. In 1066, the Battle of Stamford Bridge, English army under King Harold II defeat invading Norwegians led by King Harold Hardrada and Harold's brother Tostig, who were both killed. I need to. I think I've seen that one before on History Marsh, and there's another one too. Oh, you're night. Yeah, you're. What is that? Ocean Time. In 1237, Treaty of York is signed between King Henry III of England and Alexander II of Scotland, establishing a boundary between the two countries, mostly unchanged in modern times. And yeah, and then 100 years later, or not even, about 100 years later, literally there's still disputes between that same land, where literally England's establishing kings after Robert the Bruce, literally we're sitting here fight, it's ridiculous. Honestly, it was ridiculous. I think, wasn't it? I think it was 13. No, I could be wrong. Actually, I think I'm wrong. That's wrong. This was all before. So you're gonna sit here and they're gonna write that treaty because Alexander II. That's right. He was after. I just watched that today too, by the way. Mostly unchanged. It's ridiculous though that was just any mostly unchanged throughout time. Mountain time. You're on mountain time. It's honestly ridiculous. It remained unchanged for as long as it did. Because literally, I'm sorry, 10 years, 20 years before that, it was literally back and forth where they're just establishing people after the Bruce. So 1513, Spanish explorer Vasco Núñez de Balboa crosses the Isthmus of Panama, becoming the first European to see the Pacific Ocean. In 1789, U.S. Congress proposes the Bill of Rights. In 1906, Leonardo Torres Quevedo successfully demonstrates the telequino in Bilbao before a large crowd, guiding a boat from the shore, considered birth of remote control. Well, that's pretty cool. And that was in 1906. 1926, Henry Ford announces an 8-hour, 5-day work week for workers at Ford Motor Company. Thanks, Henry Ford. 1981, Sandra Day O'Connor is sworn as the first female U.S. Supreme Court justice. I feel like there was more than one. There's more than one Stamford Bridge battle, which is crazy. This was between England and Norwegians, but there's two more. There's been at least two more battles at Stamford Bridge, I'm pretty sure. Let's look at some birthdays for today. Let's see here if we can find anybody that we know. Henry Pelham, he was a British Prime Minister of the Whig Party in 1743 to 1754, who introduced the Gin Acts, and he was born in Lawton, England. We're trying to see if there's anyone that we actually know. Let's see. Trying to think of anything. Let's see here. Thomas Hunt Morgan, American evolution biologist. He was born in 1866. I'm trying to see if there's any. Look, because of this. Look at this. 1835. Harry Wright, English Baseball Hall of Fame center fielder and manager, established baseball's first fully professional team, the Cincinnati Red Stockings, in 1869. He was born in Sheffield, England. He died in 1895. That's crazy. Harry Wright, he was born in 1835. Thomas John Wood, he was an American Major General in the Union Army. He was born in Munfordville, Kentucky. He died in 1906. He was born in 1823. Let's see here. I'm trying to find some more that were pretty sweet. 1867, Yevgeny Miller, Eugene Ludwig Mueller, Baltic German general and leader of the anti-communist White Army during and after the Russian Civil War. He was born in Dunneburg, Vitzbig Governorate in Russian Empire in 1930. He died in 1939. Let's see here. William Faulkner. He was born in 1897. He died in 1962. American author. Sound and Fury Noble in 1949. He was born in New Albany, Mississippi. That guy is, and I don't think anybody else would know. He's Dmitry Shostakovich. He's a Russian composer. The Gladfly, The Nose, born in St. Petersburg, Russia. Let's see here. Ethel Rosenberg, 1915 and 1953. She died in 1953. She's an American communist. Born in New York City. New York City. Phil Rizzuto. Write Rizzuto on the board. It's not a word. He's a baseball player. Phil Rizzuto, American base. He died in 2007. He was born in 1917. American Baseball Hall of Fame shortstop, 5-time MLB All-Star, 7-time World Series, AL MVP in 1950. And of course with the Yankees, and a broadcaster, WCBS Radio, WPIX TV, born in Brooklyn, New York. In New York City. Robert Muldoon, he was born in 1921. He died in 1992. New Zealand politician, prime minister from 75 to 84. He was born in Auckland. Let's see. Barbara Walters, she was born in 1929. She died in 2022. Of course, she's broadcast journalist, first female nightly network news anchor. Today, 2020, ABC, The View. And Hubie Brown, he was born in 1933. He's American Basketball Hall of Fame All-Coach, a broadcaster. He was born in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. Let's see here. Michael Douglas, his 80th birthday today. He was born in 1944, American actor. He was born in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Let's see here. Mark Hamill, he's 73 today. Luke, 1951, American actor, Star Wars. Luke Skywalker, born in Oakland, California. Christopher Reeve, he was born in 1952. He died in 2004. American actor Superman. He was born in New York City. Let's see. Heather Locklear, 1961. I don't know why they wouldn't have her highlighted and everything. Michael Madsen, 1958. Reservoir Dogs, American actor, born in Chicago, Illinois. Let's see. I like some of those names. Scottie Pippen is going to be 59 today. 1965, American Basketball Hall of Fame 4, 6-time NBA championships with the Chicago Bulls, 7-time NBA All-Star, and Olympic gold in 92, 96. He was born in Hamburg, Arkansas. Will Smith is 56 today. 1968, you know, the Fresh Prince, Men in Black, all those. Independence Day, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Catherine Zeta-Jones, 55 today. She was born in 1969. Welsh actress. She was born in Swansea, Wales. Let's see. Anybody else? I see off the top. Matt Hasselbeck, 1975. American football player. He was born in Boulder, Colorado. Chauncey Billups, 1976. American NBA point guard. Played 17 seasons for 7 teams. He was born in Denver, Colorado. Crazy. He was born in 1976. I'm old. My goodness. I am so old. Matt Hasselbeck, too. God, Matt Hasselbeck was born in 1975. I am old. I am getting old. Donald Glover is 41 today. He's a 1983 American actor. He was born in Edwards Air Force Base in California. He grew up in Atlanta, allegedly. Let's see. I think that's it. I don't see anybody else that is coming off the top of my head. All right. Well, thank you so much for everyone for being here. I appreciate you being a part of the stream. Thank you again. You guys all have a wonderful night. If you want to support the stream in any way, Cash App, $ Coach Grizzle, Venmo at Mass Braves. If you want to support the stream, if you want to sponsor the stream in any way, hit me up on any socials. Just say, hey, I'd like to support the stream in any way. Also, there's those other ways, too, that you can do that. But also, if you want to be a part of the fam, hit me up on any social medias at Coach Grizzle, at Coach Grizzle TV. And just make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Tell everybody about the stream. Tell your friends. Tell whoever. Play it in your car so people can hear it. Play it while you're doing some cat drawings or you're doing anything around the house or you're just doing some work and you're just trying to kill some time. Just give me some all that love, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you again, everybody. We'll try to break down some of the high school games that I was going to talk about this tonight, or we'll try to do it if not tomorrow. If not, we'll try to do it beforehand. But if we don't, we'll get to it next time and we'll talk about it. It is not on Spotify, but we're going to reset and try to do that all again. I got to figure out how I can get this and then the audio form. I need to start recording it while I'm doing it as well. So I know how to do it, but we'll get it on there just so we know, just so you can have it on there. But if you put this on and you got YouTube TV or you got YouTube Premium or whatever, you can play this all day long. So thank you again. Appreciate it. Everyone have a great rest of their night. I'm out of here. Peace.
I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out. And
Steaming mad.
he is out.
Swung, fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! 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 The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's caught on the run. It's caught on the run. He's going to score. David Wagner. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! It's good! Van Tippen has won the ball game. Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been done with a winner.